Yeah, bros. What's up, Ray? You can see it. You can see it now. Awesome, because draw big crash of gray stuff. Lenticular cover. What's up? You saw the yo? I saw the new Supergirl trailer. There was a big display. I actually took a picture. But it's weird. Why would Supergirl need earrings? I saw the Supergirl trailer. Human. Yeah. I like. You know what's fun? In the theater? In the theater, people were like, after the Supergirl trailer, I heard some guy say, "Damn, she's kind of ugly for Supergirl." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. Oh, what's up, human? Yeah, I can see. What's up, Ray? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Captain DC said, "Yep, I can see you now." Frankenstein, the best movie of 2026. Yeah. Yeah, so the Supergirl trailer. I gotta say, I don't give a fuck. This movie is a masterpiece for a He-Man movie. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of these snobby ass, stupid ass, fucking bitch ass critics complaining about they want some fucking Oscar worthy dialogue. Shut the fuck up. It's a He-Man movie. Shut up. I don't want to hear this shit. And I don't. I want to say something. This movie was awesome. I don't understand these cornballs. Like, keeping it real. I grew up on the Filmation cartoon, but these people that call themselves say go by the source material, motherfucker, the source material was the toys and the comics that came out before Filmation. People don't realize the toys and the He-Man comics came out before there was ever a fucking Filmation cartoon. So when you say go by the source material, Filmation ain't the fucking source material. The toys and the comics came out before there was even a fucking Filmation animated series. So what the fuck are you talking about? Go by the source material. The source material, the toys came out first, and the comics. I got the mini comics. People like to complain and bitch and moan about, oh, Dolph Lundgren, it wasn't accurate to the comics. Really? Because in the original mini comics, there was no Adam. In the original mini comics, these mini comics and the toys came out before the Filmation animated series. So morons that talk about source material, this is the fucking source material. The Filmation series, they created Adam and everything like that. But this is one of the few things where the toys came out before and the comics came out before the cartoon. So the source material is literally the fucking mini comics and the toys, because they came out in 82 before there was ever an animated series. Yes, a fragging time said, yeah, they want everything to be pretentious. Yeah, you said, Ray said, this is like the posers who say TMNT should be like 87 series or Batman should be like anime. Yeah, keeping it real. This was the source material. There was no Filmation fucking animated series when this was out. These were the comics. And in the original comics, there was no Adam. He was He-Man without being Adam. So technically, the Dolph Lundgren movie was accurate to the original source material where he was already He-Man and there was no Adam. And I love the Adam alter ego. The Filmation animated series made and DC Comics made the Adam alter ego, but morons saying the the fucking Dolph Lundgren movie wasn't accurate. The original source material didn't have no Adam. He was He-Man already with Sorceress and all that shit. So what are you talking about? The original Clownfish TV, you retards. Shouldn't you know better? You always run your fucking mouth, Clownfish TV, but Filmation wasn't the fucking source material. The mini comics were, you morons. And guess who wrote and drew the mini comics? Bruce Timm, Batman animated series. Bruce Timm. Like I said, this is the one exception where the source material was the toys and the mini comics before any Filmation cartoon came out. But like I said, that I gotta speak on that too, because I'm going into full spoilers. Already seen the movie twice, and after seeing it twice in AMC, I got out at 1:00 in the morning. But I don't know, like it's that's what I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. How was Idris Elba's performance? He was great at Man at Arms, but the morons talking about. I mean, like I said, much respect because I love and I grew up. See, this is a difference. I grew up on the Filmation animated series, but there's a difference. Unlike Adam West, I love the Adam West series, and I still could watch I could still watch Adam West Batman series today. The difference with the Filmation He-Man series, I loved it when I was a kid, but when you look at it now, it's lame. The 2002 He-Man animated series was far superior, but the 2002 animated series far improved. Like I said, Filmation He-Man was an exception that when I grew up, when I was like 5-6 years old, I loved that cartoon and I thought it was awesome. But I had the toys because the toys came out before the cartoon. I had the toys, and then the animated series came out. And as a kid, I loved it, but that was one of the things when you love it as a kid, but then it's hard to watch the Filmation series now. It's like exactly. See, Ray Takai said, yeah, the old cartoons way too corny sometimes. Yeah, see, like it's different. But Adam West, that was corny, but for some reason I could still watch that and enjoy it and laugh. But something about watching the old Filmation cartoon today, it's like hard to fucking watch. Out of every episode, yeah, exactly. Fragging Time said just like the 60s Spider-Man cartoon, hard to watch. So I don't understand this shit about these shit about grown adults still talking about make it like the Filmation cartoon. The fuck are you? No, it's outdated. That's outdated as fuck. But like I said, this movie was amazing, but I don't understand the people saying too that there's I'm gonna go into full spoiler reviews. I don't understand the people saying that this is like the Filmation cartoon. It's not. It homages some stuff from the Filmation cartoon. There's humor. I don't mind the humor. And there's some homages like at the very end, spoiler. What's cool at the very end, they give them the exact costumes from the Filmation animated series. Like Tila gets her costume from the Filmation. Prince Adam, at the end, he's wearing the exact. That was cool. And there's a whole homage where they're laughing like ha 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 at the end. That was cool. But besides a lot of homages, I didn't see no film. It was only Filmation aesthetically and visually. But keep it real, I'm gonna go into spoilers. This movie was more like a mix of 2000X He-Man mixed with Revolutions and Revelations. It didn't feel it was like the Filmation visuals with the dark, with the more it had a mix. There was some comedy, but it was almost like Batman Forever tone. That it was great. Like people saying Thor Ragnarok, yeah, I guess, but I almost like a Batman Forever tone. Like it was lighthearted and dark at the same time. Yeah, there were jokes, but that's another thing. The clip that they show with Skeletor making the joke and like that. For some reason, when you see at the clip, it feels like it goes on for a long time. But when I watched it in the theater, it like he made the joke, but it went quick, and I wasn't dwelling on it. There's a couple of funny jokes, but it still has a balance. It's a good balance of a serious and lighthearted tone. But like I said, I don't know. You know what's funny though? Like I said, this movie is more like a mix of 2000X and Revelation, because there are things in this movie. There are things and there are characters and things that happen. There were characters that get killed and things that happen in this movie that happen in Kevin Smith's cartoon. And Roboto looks like 2000X Roboto. Oh, and I don't want to hear something that damn well Filmation didn't do. And I know there's betas are gonna get triggered. He-Man kills in this movie. He damn well didn't kill in the Filmation anime series. And the 2000X series is darker, and I don't even think he killed in the 2000X series. He-Man kills in this movie. Get triggered, betas. There's multiple kills that He-Man does in this fucking movie. So get triggered, beta. And fuck it, like I said, I don't know if you Ray Human, I don't know if Bradley's in there. Because I want to say some spoilers. I don't know if you will get upset, but shit. 3 post-credit sequences. Keeping it real. Yes. Let me see. 3 post-credit sequences. Yes, and one of them, motherfucking Orko. One of the the mid-credit sequences is Orko. One of the other second credit sequences, fuck yeah, She-Ra. One of the other and there's a third post-credit sequence, but I'm gonna get into this. And the other shit about, I'm gonna get into the other thing. The shit about this being Captain DC said, "Let's go, brother." I'm gonna keep it real. One of the second minute critics, as you know what's so cool? I'm gonna give a spoiler. You know how in the Filmation cartoon, like they always used to give some kind of lesson message at the end. That's one of the first post credits. Orko showing up and giving some kind of message at the end. But then, the second credit sequences. Oh man, you see Princess Adora and somebody. I don't know if it's somebody from Hordax fucking tribe or whatever, saying something about Force Captain Adora, and then she's like, "No, not anymore." And you see her with the sword, and she becomes She-Ra. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, She-Ra finally!" Fuck man, so you got Orko and She-Ra, but keeping it real, the motherfuckers that are trashing this movie, you are gaslighting. This is the best modern He-Man movie that you can make, and I will say thank you, Travis Knight. Thank you. Travis Knight is the difference between someone who knows what the fuck they're doing and someone like Matt Reeves or James Gunn or Chris Nolan. This is the fundamental difference between someone who you could tell has a love for the characters love for the universe, and pretentious fucking dog shit from James Gunn's Superman and Matt Reeves' Beta Bitch Man. Oh, I forgot to get into it. Yo, this is the movie that Superman 2025 should have fucking been. This is seen it twice, and people were cheering. I got hyped the way I did for Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, JL. This is what exactly Travis Knight equal gun dumbass. And you know what's funny? If I didn't know better, there was some scenes in here, fight scenes that remind me a bit of Michael Bay and Zack Snyder, and some slow-mo. And they did play the Four Non-Blondes song. It was an awesome sequence. They played the song, What's Going On? When you see Beastman coming to Earth, fucking attacking in the streets, and they're trying to get the sword from Adam, and they play the song, hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? I like the way they put the song placements, and they play Queen, Highlander, Princess of the Universe. I like. I'm trying to. Let me see. This movie is anti-woke. It's not woke. You know what's funny? In fact, I feel like this movie is mocking woke. So I don't. Anybody saying this shit, they do. You know what's funny? It's clever because I would have never thought to put this, but Travis Knight, he did a clever way of basically mocking the woke, and he addresses toxic masculinity, but it's not in a bad way. It's almost what I get from this is basically he's basically mocking the woke and the people who call toxic masculinity, and basically the answer in this movie is basically be a man, don't be a woke bitch. It's the opposite. I don't know how you're getting people getting woke shit. It's actually the opposite, because the answer from this is, I think this is why critics hate it, because it addresses masculinity, but the answer in the movie is be proud to be yourself, be proud to be a man, don't be a soy bitch. It's to me, it's basically a positive message, because and there's so much stuff. I'm trying to think. The first 15 minutes of the movie actually starts in Eternia. And there's a huge intro where you hear Adam's voice, and you see the whole planet of Eternia, Eternals, and in the beginning where he starts talking about Eternia, I'm not sure, but I think when you see the Earth, Eternia, and they talk about the original person who had the sword, it looks like it's an animation of King Grayskull, a CGI animation of King Grayskull holding the sword up, and you see him getting the power. It looked pretty much like King Grayskull with a beard and shit. The whole movie starts out with that, showing him on, and they show Cringer as a cub, and he talks as a cub. I'm trying to think. Basically, in the beginning, you see Man at Arms, Idris Elba, basically training Adam to be tough as a kid, and then he this was kind of from the lore. Like sometimes Adam's father, King Randor, was a little disappointed in him that he felt like Adam acted too bumbling. So that was kind of part of the lore, and so he wanted to make him a man, but it was and people will probably complain about this because there's an arc. There's an awesome freaking battle in the beginning with Man at Arms Idris Elba. His arc is awesome. He fights Trapjaw, and him and Man at Arms and Trapjaw, they start beating the shit out of each other. But then, spoiler, like Trapjaw puts some kind of detonator bomb on Man at Arms because they're Skeletor and they're trying to storm the Eternian castle and take over. But then Trapjaw puts some kind of bomb on Man at Arms and fucks him up. And you think Man at Arms is dead, but they basically took over Eternia, and Tila finds him all messed up and grabs him to safety. But the effects in here blow me away. It's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what people were talking about. I didn't get bored in anything. I don't give a fuck, for a He-Man movie, this is a masterpiece. Yes, it is. I don't give a fuck what any cornball says. These are the same people that hate on this are the same retards that call Dark Knight a masterpiece. No, I'm sorry. To me, a masterpiece is something grandiose. Nolan's trilogy Batman just feels like Batman in Chicago and New York. This is grandiose. That's a masterpiece. Epic scale, grandiose. Yeah, there's comedy, but the balance is good. I'm sorry, the scope of this movie, even though there's comedy in it, the scope of this movie is Lord of the Rings. It feels like Lord of the Rings. Oh, and there are a lot of homages to the 1987 film too. There's certain scenes. Well, I don't know if you remember in the 1987 He-Man film where sometimes Skeletor, like, he appears to people in hologram and people could see him like a big giant hologram. They do that in this movie. Like, oh, and there's two characters from the 1987 He-Man movie. Pig Boy who was in the 1987 movie for like about 5 seconds at the end, but Pig Boy has a bit of a bigger role. And then I guess Pig Boy, his role in this is about like maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and he actually talks. Pig Boy works for Skeletor, and then there's a line where, again, Pig Boy from the 1987, Pig Boy says something along the lines of like, I think it looks like Skeletor is asleep, and then Pig Boy takes the cover off of him, and Skeletor looks like he was dead, and then he's like, give me my staff. And then Skeletor says, if you destroy my, let anything happen to my staff, I'll turn you into sausage product like your mother or something. But yeah, and Karg from the 1987 movie is in this movie. I'm trying to Dolph Lundgren. Man, the Dolph Lundgren cameo was awesome because there's a scene where Adam, he's in the gym and he's working out, and then he sees Dolph Lundgren, spoiler, in the gym, and then I think like Prince Adam, he asked Dolph Lundgren for advice or something, and he's like, can I ask you something, like how do you do this and get on with life or whatever? And then Dolph Lundgren tells him something. It's like, you can't do it on your own. You need to have backup sometimes. Sometimes you just can't do it yourself. And then he asked Nicholas Galatine asked Dolph Lundgren, he's like, maybe you could tell me more. And then he's like, not right now. And then he says, but I'll tell you one thing, brother. Good journey. He was working out with him in gym. He said, good journey. And it was cool. He had the longer hair. It was a cool scene to Dolph Lundgren, kind of like handing off the thing to Dolph Lundgren is awesome. I'm trying to think. Oh, man. But I liked, because of what happened in the beginning, Idris Elba, Man at Arms, Trapjaw detonated like some kind of bomb on him and overtook the castle in Eternia. After that happens, that's when like they're trying, Skeletor's trying to get the sword and everything like that. And then oh my gosh, Queen Marlena, she goes to the sorceress, and she's like trying to tell the sorceress, trying to tell him, he has the power sword. We have to send him someplace, and then Queen Marlena is like, send him home to Earth. So they sent him. I'm sorry. They took this from Ultimate Thor. Because when Queen Marlena, when they send him to Earth with the sword, the sword separates. Prince Adam, as a kid, ends up crash landing in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is where Odin sent Thor in the Ultimate Thor comics. Like Odin sent Thor to live on Earth in Oklahoma in Ultimate Thor. So they're taking stuff from Ultimate Thor comics too, and then you see some montages where it's like you see Prince Adam going to school on Earth, but he's still drawing Ram Man and all these characters. And when he's in school, the teacher sees that he's drawing Ram Man and is like, I told you to draw about history. And then he's like, Ram Man and Fisto are history. And so all the kids start laughing and making fun of him and stuff like that. So he ends up like going to Earth, and he remembers all the characters. He like, they changed things. They made it like he named them. As a kid, he named them Ram Man, Mechanic, Fisto. There's a lot of Fisto jokes. There's a joke that near the end that kind of cracked me up, because basically Fisto and Ram Man are like, they're being surrounded by villains, and like they're like looking over his shoulders, and then Fisto tells Ram Man, "Come on, Ram Man, give him head." Fuck. He's like, "Give him head," and then Fisto's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Fuck. He's like, "Come on, Ram Man, give him head," and it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then they make the Fisto joke too. And then when Adam is like, "Well, what do you call me?" He said, "Well, you're Fisto." Why Fisto? Because you fist people. He's like, "I do not fist people." But Jared Leto, oh my God, bravo, Jared Leto. I'm sorry, he's a great Joker. He's a great Skeletor. Damn. See, I want to go into deeper spoilers, but I don't know. Shit. Fuck it. But I don't know. You don't want to hear it. I'm gonna go into spoilers. This movie takes a lot. Like I said, I don't know what people are talking about. It's like the same morons that say Superman 2025 garbage. It's just like Bruce Timm's Superman animated series. No, it's not. James Gunn's Superman beta bitch is nothing like Superman animated series, you retard. I don't know what this shit about. Oh, it's Filmation. No, it's not. The aesthetic of this movie is very Filmation inspired, colorful, but the feel of the movie is nothing like the Filmation. It's nothing like aesthetically looking, and there's homages to Filmation, but it's nothing. It's more like it took maybe the Filmation aesthetic and look, but used the 2000X cartoons. Because I'll say it again. I'm gonna say it again in this one. And betas get triggered. I don't know if you heard me. I said it again. I said in the 2000X cartoon was way darker than the Filmation. And I don't even think in the 2000X cartoon, well, I know damn well, not in the Filmation cartoon, but I don't think in the Filmation cartoon or the 2000X cartoon did He-Man kill. He-Man kills in this fucking movie. He-Man kills in this movie. Stay triggered. Oh, I'm gonna give spoilers. And like I said, they did something in this movie like they did in Masters of the Universe Revolution. Oh man, poor. Oh man, you know how in Masters of the Universe Revolution, Moss Man got killed. Damn it! Damn it! Spoiler. Moss Man gets killed in here too. Damn it. Skeletor. Spoiler. Skeletor. Damn it. Kills Moss Man with his Havoc staff and turns him to mulch. Damn it. Poor R.I.P. Moss Man. Damn it. Let me see. I'm trying to get. Yeah, that pissed me off. But later on, near the end of the movie, like I don't think Goatman, he was a toy, but Goatman was never in any version of the animation. So I think this is the first time they even put Goatman in anything. He was just a toy, but keeping it real, He-Man kills in this movie. Near the end of the movie, spoiler alert, He-Man killed Goatman. You know how Goatman has those rams, those horns on his head? Yo, He-Man he pulled one of the fucking horns. He took it and he fucking stabbed Goatman in the fucking chin and stabbed him to death. He-Man has never killed, I don't think in the comics probably, but He-Man has never killed either in Filmation or 2000X. So like there's violence in here. I'm trying to think what there's an awesome battle too. Oh, and He-Man Prince Adam, when he actually transforms pretty early. They don't wait till the end or anything for him to use a sword and say, I have the power. He does it early on when he has a battle with Trapjaw. He does it when he... Oh, that's the thing I have to mention. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Was awesome. That's another thing that looked better in the film. Like, when he's Adam, like he's maybe because he's all covered up, but then when he says by the power of Grayskull, I have the power the first time, it's fucking awesome. Because you see the transformation in the muscles in his hands and his body get bigger while the lightning striking down. You see the muscles bulge and him get bigger. And him, when he transforms, he actually looks like he's way bigger with muscles than he was as Adam. And you get to actually see the whole transformation and the muscles and the pecs come out. That's what's fucking awesome about it too. Like if you look at the whole transformation, you see the muscles, the electricity coming from the sword and the muscles bulge in his chest, and everything looks bigger than when he's Adam. Another thing that's different never was in the Filmation. It seemed like he transforms, like when he's fighting people, they see him transform into He-Man. So like everybody basically knows his identity. So there's no secret hidden identity like the Filmation cartoon. But like I said, and there's this whole little sadist thing between Skeletor and Evelyn, because there's this scene where Skeletor is like grabbing Evelyn, and he's like treating her like shit. Is like when he's grabbing her, it looks like he's grabbing her like it burns her skin and shit like that. Her arm is like burning, like he's like disrespects her, but she looks like she gets turned on by that and shit like that. Like what the fuck? Yeah, and let me see. Let me see if I should get into this. I'm gonna say some spoilers. Fuck it. Did I say spoiler? Mossman gets killed. Yes, Mossman gets killed by Skeletor. Goatman gets killed. And this is where I'm gonna say, whoever said they didn't take from Revolutions, they're full of shit. There's a point in the movie where, spoiler, Skeletor gets the sword, and Skeletor is trying to say, is it Goatman? Yeah, exactly. Captain DC 70 said Goatman Dome gets what he deserves. Yeah, I'm like, damn. He like pulled the fucking horn out. Fuck, damn, and he was like, oh shit, man. It stabbed him up, and wasn't it? Oh, what the fuck is that? Spike or? When before. Oh, what was awesome too? You get to see He-Man's power level. I'm sorry, they didn't make him a bitch like Gunmay's Superman. You get to see his power level because this is basically a modernization of the origin of He-Man. It's a modernization, and keeping it real, it needed it because I'm keeping it real. Like I said, when I was a kid, I loved the Filmation cartoon when I was 5-6 years old. But when I got older, I couldn't look at it. And I thank goodness they made the 2000X cartoon because I could still watch that to this day. So I don't understand the cornballs that still wanted to be Filmation. That's like y'all retarded. I'm saying, like I said, I loved the Filmation as a kid, but I can't look at it now. It's like trying to watch an episode of fucking Sesame Street as a grown man. I just can't. So the morons that still wanted to be like fucking the 5-year-old shit. No, there were homages to the Filmation, but to me it was only aesthetic and visually. It felt more like a mix of 2000X. 2000X and Master of the Universe Revolution. And you know how I know I'm right? Because they invited the creator of the 2000X He-Man TV series animated to the premiere, and he was on a live yesterday. Mike Young, he created the 2000X He-Man animated, and he was on a live last night, and they asked him what he thought of the live action movie, and Mike Young, the creator of 2000X He-Man, he said, thumbs up. So the creator of 2000X series gave this movie thumbs up, and he was like, this movie's going to be a blockbuster. It is. I'm sorry. This is a huge scope. Anyone talking about woke, you're full of shit. Cosmic Book News, anyone talking about woke is not. It's actually fucking anti-woke. To me, the message in this movie is actually like, it's kind of mocking the fucking, it's kind of mocking the soy boys. Like the whole thing, it like what they're basically saying that when Adam came to Earth, and now that he grew up on Earth, it kind of made him soft, and he was working in HR, and he wants to talk about his feelings and everything. But to me, the answer to this movie is to embrace your manliness. That's what to me. To me, this is not woke. It's anti-woke. To me, the message I got from this movie to embrace your manliness. Yeah, Captain DC 70 said Cosmic Book Gacy is a bipolar hack. Because there's even a scene where where he's like what the fuck, where Man at Arms Idris Elba where he, because since Prince Adam, He-Man Adam Glenn, like he ended up working with HR, and he's like trying to tell Man at Arms about, oh, it's okay to have feelings, and then Man at Arms is like, I don't know, I'm not good with talking feelings. You just gotta be a man. You just gotta be a man and protect who you love and everything. So to me, that the message of this movie is to actually embrace your manliness. That's why I think the critics are bashing this movie. You know why? Because I think they thought when they addressed the thing of manliness, like I think they thought the message was gonna be like, be more soft and be a bitch and that. But really, the message of this is to embrace your manliness. And I think they don't like that. I think they don't like, they probably, but to me, the movie is anti-woke. Because they kind of mock when Prince Adam is in HR and everything, they kind of mock those people and shit. Like they kind of mock those people. And the scene where he finally finds out where the sword is, and that black girl with the bald head, I forgot her name, Susie from HR, she's basically bringing him into HR, telling him, you're scaring people because we're looking for your sword. Why are you looking for weapons on your work time? And she's like, I'm gonna terminate you if you keep looking for the sword. And then he gets a text message from someone saying, I found your sword. I'll find your sword. I'll give it to you for $300. And that's when he goes to the comic book shop and sees and they start playing The Killer's the Man. And that's when he gets the sword from the statue of Torak. And then the blue-haired chick is like, sir, you can't do that. The blue-haired chick is kind of hot, though. I wouldn't have known, but I saw in an interview, I didn't know the blue-haired chick in the toy store, she's actually British, but she fooled me. She does a good American accent, because I think there was an interviewer in the He-Man press circuit, and one of the interviewers said that the girl who plays the blue-haired chick in the toy store was his sister, and that they're British, but she did an American accent. But then when, like, he takes the sword out of the statue of Torak, then Prince Adam, he tries to use a sword and say, by the power of Grayskull, take me home, and it doesn't work. And then he's like trying to say, I'm taking this sword out of here. And then the blue-haired girl says, are you single? For after all that shit. The blue-haired girl, she's kind of cute though. She was kind of hot. So shout out to the blue-haired girl. Yeah, but that's when then when he takes the sword, that's when Beastman attacks. I still got my popcorn. That shit was so. That's when Beastman attacks Earth, and they start playing the Four Non Blondes song. Let's say, hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And they start playing it when Beastman is attacking the city and throwing cars, and he's trying to break through the car to get at him. They start playing the Four Non Blondes song. I actually like the placement of the song and the Four Non Blondes in the movie. It's pretty awesome. But damn, even when Teela and He-Man escape from Beastman, then Beastman comes back to Skeletor and is like, where is the sword? And it's cool because in the beginning you see Beastman just making grunts and attacking like, ah. But then when he goes back to Skeletor, I'm like, oh shit, he's intelligent. And you see him talking like Kelsey Grammer Beast and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I knew he could talk in the cartoon, but in the movie, he seemed like the Incredible Hulk in the beginning of the movie attacking, but then when he goes to back to Skeletor, he like intelligent, but it's fucked up. But then like he gets Skeletor gets Beastman. Yeah, exactly. Captain DC-70 said Beastman equals Sabretooth and Beast. Yeah, but then when Skeletor gets mad when Beastman doesn't have the sword, so then he's like treating like Beastman all fucked up, like putting the Havoc staff on Beastman's head and say kneel, lower, beneath, begged, and then he's like, "Sir, you're hurting me." Like damn, he was treating Beastman like shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, comic book guys. I'm trying to think. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna get into spoilers. Like I said, this is very much influenced from Master Universe Revolution. Oh, like I said, Skeletor, he finally gets a sword, and then Skeletor says, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power," and it doesn't work, and he's like, why does it work? And then Evelyn is like, maybe try it again once more with feeling. And then he's like, why doesn't it work? And then then Evelyn is like, I don't know. And then it's like fucked up. He gets mad at Evelyn and starts choking Evelyn because it's like, why doesn't the store work? He said, no, maybe I have to take it back to Castle Grayskull and do an enchantment on it. And he says, you better well wish. And he's like choking her, like, damn, it's weird because Skeletor, like, you know what's funny? Like I said, they cut the stuff out with Jared Leto smacking around Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad, but they left this stuff in with Jared Leto smacking around Evelyn. That's what I find weird. That WB was too bitch and cut out the story of Mad Love. Joker treated Harley Quinn like shit for them to cut that out to try to make it like a great relationship. But in this He-Man movie, Skeletor treats her like shit. But I think in a weird way, Evelyn gets turned on by that, which is weird. I don't know. People get tricked. Yeah, Leto finally get. Yeah. Yes, Leto. Captain DC-70 said Leto finally getting. Leto finally get his real Joker moment in this movie. Yeah, he slaps Evelyn around like more than one time. I'm like, damn. It's like he's treating her exactly the way Joker treats Harley and shit like that. But it's like almost she's sadistic. She's like, she's in pain, but then she kind of gets turned on by him treating her like that, which is kind of weird. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. So then, like, he gets the sword and he doesn't understand why he doesn't have the power. It doesn't work for him and shit. But then later on in the movie, we're gonna get into some major spoiler territory, which is like I said, they take from Masters of the Universe Revelation. Man, this is a big spoiler. This is a big spoiler. There's a part where Skeletor and okay, I'm trying to remember if he was fighting him as He-Man or Adam. Yeah, I saw it twice, but I'm trying to. Something happens, and the sword. They're fighting He-Man or Adam fighting Skeletor with the Havoc staff. Something happens, and the sword fucking breaks. the power sword fucking breaks, and it's like, oh shit, and part of it is in pieces, and it breaks, and it's like this is all broken, and it's only up to here without the point. Like it breaks into pieces, but the handle, this is still left. The handle and this part without the top part is that, and that's what Skeletor does. Skeletor did this to He-Man, aka Adam, in Revolutions. Yo, this is crazy. He takes the power sword, which is broken in half, and he stabs Adam and kills him. That is taken fucking directly from Revolution. Spoiler, Skeletor takes it and fucking stabs him up in his fucking chest. And Adam, I'm like, holy shit, Adam got the fucking sword in his fucking chest and he's bleeding and shit. I'm like, I'm sorry. That wasn't in no Filmation thing. That wasn't even in 2000X, but that was in Revelation. Spoiler. He stabs Adam in the fucking chest and he's like bleeding there, fucking dying and shit. And this is where it kind of gets weird and trippy, because I saw the movie twice, but I'm still kind of confused what happened with when Skeletor puts a sword in Adam's fucking chest, because when he does that, Adam has a sword in his fucking chest and he's bleeding and basically dying. Then like Skeletor, this is what I'm confused. He like does something. He puts his hand on Adam and it's like, I'm trying to, it's hard to explain because I'm kind of confused what he did. It's almost like some Matrix type shit. It's like when he stabs him in the chest, he's grabbing He-Man's head, and every time, glad you enjoyed the movie. Zancross, Skeletor put the sword through He-Man just like in Revolutions. Remember when he stabbed him and shit like that? And Adam is bleeding with the fucking sword in his chest. I'm like, holy shit. They didn't show nothing that violent in Filmation or 2000X, but they did do that in Kevin Smith's cartoon. So morons that talking about it didn't take from Kevin Smith's cartoon. Yes, it damn well did, because that happened in the Kevin Smith cartoon. But when it was awesome. When Skeletor stabs Adam in the chest, it's like he grabs him and it's like he starts pushing Adam's head, and every time he pushes his head, it's like, I'm confused if he's putting him back in the past or he's like, I don't know if he, this is where I get confused. Like he's putting him through different stuff that he went through in different timelines. That's the part that confuses me, because this is where we get into spoiler territory, which I'm surprised, because I think they must have cut something out, because remember the figures with Skeletor in the business attire. This was kind of funny. I think they must have cut something out, because they had the toy of the Panther cat, but Panther wasn't in the movie. So, but there's some scenes where it's like Prince Adam has a sword. It's not. Is that people are idiots? Zancross said, "Why are people saying it's a woke movie? They haven't even seen the movie yet." It's actually the opposite of woke. Zancross is anti-woke, because the thing in here, and I'll give Travis Knight all the credit, he does something very clever in this movie. He addresses the topic of masculinity, but to me, the message in this movie is he he kind of mocks the woke and the soy boys. And the message in this movie is to basically be proud of your masculinity. It's not to me. It's basically mocking all the woke shit, all the way people act today, like soy boys and beta bitches and everything like that. To me, it's kind of the message in this movie is to be proud of your masculinity. And like Man at Arms, he's very masculine. He's not a guy that likes to talk about his feelings. But to me, it's trying to analyze that when they sent Adam to Earth to be raised on Earth, he became kind of soft because all the people in the environment. But then when he gets found by Tila again, and it's He-Man, he's kind of reclaiming his masculinity. So I don't see this movie about being well. I see this movie about. I think that's why the critics are mad. I think the critics thought that they was gonna have a message like to put down masculinity, and it actually, to me, the message of this movie is to embrace your masculinity. I think that's why the critics are conflicted, because they felt like it addressed it, but then the overall result is saying, no, you should be proud of your masculinity. So now all the fucking critics are triggered that it gave that message and shit like that. Oh yeah, but I was saying, like, again, where is it? We're gonna say this. Bravo to Jared Leto. He was a badass motherfucking Skeletor. Awesome Skeletor. Just like Jared Leto, best Skeletor, best Joker. My Castle Grayskull AMC. Is it cool? It got the drawbridge. The drawbridge opens up and closes too. See, you can open up and close the drawbridge. And then Castle Grayskull AMC lenticular cup. It moves with the swords. I have the power. And you have this and Castle Grayskull. Exactly. Zancross said all the critics are soy boy. Yeah. Like I was saying before, like when Skeletor, spoiler, when he takes the broken what's up? Oh yeah, Zancross said Jared Leto is a great actor. Fuck the haters. Exactly. What's up? G. How Valentine said, I'm definitely watching Masters of Universe tomorrow, but I'm definitely not watching the Superman girly movie by June 20th. Yeah, the Super Manly Girl movie trailer was it showed when I went to see He-Man. It's like, this is worth. I was like, finally, a movie worth paying for in the theaters. Finally. This movie was epic scope. I don't give a fuck. Finally, a movie, like I said, not a Project Hail Mary trash. Saw that on bootleg. Like I said, the last DC movie I paid for was The Flash, and I'm glad I paid for that in the movie theaters. I haven't been to the movie theater since He-Man. So after Flash, paid for that twice in the movie theaters. 3 years later, now I've seen He-Man again twice. I already seen it twice in one night, and I got out at 1 o'clock in the morning. I saw the 7 p.m. show, and then the 10 p.m. show. Got out at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was still worth it. This movie is fucking awesome. This is pure escapism awesomeness. This is what movies like this is what movies are made for. So I forgot. So IMAX is great. Oh, shout out to Mega J Retro, because it's funny because Mega J Retro said the first time he saw it that it was hard because he was so up close that you were like this. But that's what happened with me. The first time I saw it in IMAX, I was so up close and I was like this, but it was so huge. But the second time I saw it, I had a better middle seating, so I was able to. But this movie, oh my god, the action is fantastic. It's like Michael Bay and Zack Snyder action, 10 turned up to 11. But I was gonna say spoiler. um, when Skeletor takes the power sword and stabs He-Man, Adam in the chest, just like in Revolution and Kevin Smith, that happened. It looks like He-Man is dying and he's bleeding, and he has a sword in his chest. But then it's like Skeletor, he's like grabbing He-Man's head. It's like every time he pushes He-Man's head, I'm confused if this is an illusion or this really happened. Every time he pushes in He-Man's head, it's like he takes him to another point in time, and I'm wondering if that's just illusion or not. Because there's one time, like I said, it's like seems like he's dying and he got the sword stabbed in his chest, and he's like he takes him to a point in the time when he's at the gym, and there's a funny part that you see. It's almost like a Matrix type thing, because I'm like, is this an illusion? Then you see Prince Adam in the gym, but then you see Skeletor in the gym with Prince Adam, and he's lifting weights. Like, at me, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? And that part is a little trippy. He's like lifting weights. He's like, you're pathetic. And then he pushes He-Man's head again, and then He-Man, all of a sudden he wakes up. He's in like HR in the office with his boss, but then you see Skeletor walking to HR with an office and a suit and a Starbucks, and he like, and he looks, and Skeletor looks at the office, is like, what even is this? And then he's like, HR, human resources, what even is this? Pathetic. He's like, and he has like the hood, and he has like a suit and tie and a Starbucks. that part was kind of trippy, because it reminded me a bit of Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street. You remember when Freddy did stuff? Yeah, I just realized it was on some kind of Freddy Krueger type shit. Because you remember when Freddy did stuff and he like grabbed a kid, then all of a sudden you think you're in like a normal place, then Freddy is the bartender, or Freddy is the person at the diner. It was kind of like that, like Skeletor. It was like almost some kind of death kind of dream state. And then like Adam woke up and he was in the gym. Then he's at the gym, and then he sees Skeletor like repping weights in the gym. Like, it's almost like some Freddy Krueger type shit. Prince Adam lifting weights. Pathetic, aren't you? And then he pushes his face again, and he's in the HR office. And then Skeletor got the Starbucks and the suit, and is like, what is this? And it's like, human resources, and the human resources. What even is this? Pathetic. It's yes. And so I knew Skeletor. Yeah, but Skeletor is funny, but he's still a badass. And let me see, and then I think something happens when he feels like he's dying, and he's on the bed. Then that Timu, what's that guy? That Timu, oh my god, that Timu Ned, that from the Tom Holland Spider-Man, like he has a roommate in here, Zan, that's like a Timu Ned. You know, he's like a Timu Ned. He's in the trailer. He's like, what is it? I'm trying to think. Yeah, he's like saying, he's like laying down, and and like Prince Adam is like, "What are you doing on the bed?" Like, I think I'm dying, man. He's like, "Oh, oh yeah, just my luck. You pretend to be dying before you have to pay the rent. Yeah, just my luck or something." Then he gives him a paper in it, and it's the sorceress on it. Then the sorceress becomes a bird and starts talking to him. And this is another thing they took from Master of the Universe, Kevin Smith. Oh, the only time. Oh, I thank you for spoiler. I forgot. Oh, there's another thing. Like I forgot to say, they show. You said the Skeletor beg when he's defeated like Homelander. It happened at the end, but only because He-Man went full throttle and was beating at the end and started beating the shit out of him. Because let me see. First when He-Man when he first transformed into He-Man and fought Skeletor, and like he that was the first time he turned to the He-Man, so he didn't know his own strength. He was trying to fight Trapjaw. Adam was trying to fight Trapjaw as Adam, and he couldn't even do anything. He was trying to jump in. He was like, ah! But then when he got the sword and said, I have the power, and he fought Trapjaw, and Trapjaw tried to ram him, and Trapjaw couldn't even move him. He got so powerful. It's cool, Zan. When he turns into He-Man, you actually see his muscles bulging and transforming, and his chest muscles coming out. He actually looks like he's getting bigger with the muscles as He-Man. But yeah, you started seeing his full strength when he was fighting Trapjaw, and damn, man, he started beating the shit out of Trapjaw, and he started first he didn't know his own strength, but then when he realized he was powerful, he took Trapjaw and he ripped Trapjaw's gun arm off, and started using Trapjaw's gun arm to shoot all the army, like to beat the shit out of them and everything like. But yeah, and there's another. That was one part when he starts using his full strength, and there was another part near the end where, oh my gosh, like I said, this is what Superman 2025 was supposed to be, because there was a scene near the end battle with He-Man and Skeletor that was straight out of Justice League Unlimited, when Superman said to Darkseid, remember he said, like, I live in a world full of glass, always holding back when, always holding back, when I can't, but you can take it, can't you, big guy? There was a scene like that where, like, he was basically telling Skeletor, like, he was fighting him, and then he told Skeletor, there was a scene where he tries to actually He-Man, he tries to actually, like, have a conversation with Skeletor at the end, and it's like, Skeletor, can we just talk? I know you have it in you. All this fighting, all this battling, I know you have it in you to be good. Can we just, calm everything down? And Skeletor is like, he said, you boob, you buffoon. He said, you think there's good in me? You think somehow trying to talk to me would trying to see the good in me? He said, no, there is no good in me. I'm evil. I'm the villain. I'm like, yes, finally a villain that's not this soft beta bitch. Like, they made Dr. Octopus a nice guy, They made Loki, they bitched out Loki. And then Skeletor is like, you think trying to talk to me, like trying to convince me like there's some good in me? I said, no, I'm the villain. And it feels good. And it was like, what the fuck? But then He-Man, he starts battling fucking Skeletor back and forth, but then I forgot he starts telling, I forgot exactly what He-Man says, but he says something about he's like you're a fool. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Zancro says finally a real villain, not a not a pathetic, pure evil. The the only thing that at the end he was refusing to go down. The only thing at the very end, Skeletor started to beg a little bit, because then He-Man, like Skeletor told He-Man something, and then he was like something about like, oh, it's like you don't use your full power, and he said no, because I don't feel like I have to. I pull my punches, but I'm not going to anymore. And then that's when, holy shit, He-Man, just like Superman with the dark side, he started using his full force on Skeletor. It was like, he started like, holy shit. He like, you see like energy, almost like a Kamehameha, almost about to come out of his fist. And he was like, and then, but he started punching Skeletor so fucking hard. Like, he started using his full force strength that I don't even know if He-Man knew he had that kind of full force strength, but he was like every fucking way, kind of like the way Superman was beating the shit out of Darkseid and Batman Superman Apocalypse at the end and shit. When he was like doing that shit, he started using his full force and was like in his chest, and he kept on hitting him in the fucking face, Skeletor. And then he not Skeletor, and Skeletor was like putting his jaw back in and shit. Like, but then at the this is spoiler. Then see, man, then that's when he started using full force. That's when Skeletor finally, he was going full force ham on Skeletor, beating the shit out, fucking insane, like some Dragon Ball type shit, fucking him in his face. Like repeated blows to the face and shit like that, and Skeletor had to re-lock his fucking jaw. But then that's when Skeletor was like, wait, we could talk. We could talk now. And then He-Man was like, the time for talking is over, Skeletor, and shit like that. And then there's like the time for talk is over, Skeletor. And then that's when Skeletor was going to shoot the laser out of the Havoc staff at He-Man, but He-Man grabbed the fucking Havoc staff with his hand, and the Havoc staff, I mean, when He-Man grabbed the fucking Havoc staff, the power and electricity of the Havoc staff went full on atomic bomb fucking explosion. Yeah, good speed him. The Havoc staff, like He-Man put it, yeah. yeah. It's a Godspeed He-Man. Yeah. It's a I like how He-Man was trying to talk it out with Skeletor just laughing at that. Haha, mocking gun Superman. Yeah, exactly. Mocking gun. But then it's like, that's when he was getting, Skeletor was getting so fucked up. He was like, no, we could talk. Maybe we could talk. And then he's like, the time for talk is over, Skeletor. And Skeletor was going to shoot the Havoc staff. He-Man put his hand on the Havoc staff. It made the electricity in the Havoc staff go back like a fucking atomic bomb, like explosion. And spoiler, holy shit. Spoiler, atomic bomb so explosion, it made Skeletor's fucking head blow off. I'm like, holy fuck. It made Skeletor's fucking head blow off. I'm like, what the fuck? This was never in Filmation. Kiss my ass with that shit. It was never in Filmation. It wasn't even in fucking 2000X, and 2000X was way darker. I was like nervous because you see Skeletor's fucking head blow off and shit like that. And I almost thought, I'm like, oh, come on, man. I was like, please don't tell me somebody's going to do a dark side to Steppenwolf and step on Skeletor's face. This is where I tell you, I'm like, his fucking head, like I said, He-Man puts his hand on the fucking Havoc staff while Skeletor shooting the power of the Havoc staff. He-Man puts his fucking hand on the Havoc staff, and the power from the Havoc staff goes full on back in an atomic bomb and explodes the whole fucking thing. And you see Skeletor's fucking head. I'm like, oh fuck, oh man, damn it, man. What the? Then at the end, you see Skeletor's fucking head on the floor. You see Skeletor's head on the fucking floor. I'm like, oh shit, with no body. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm like, they didn't do that in Filmation, so miss me with that Filmation bullshit. They didn't do that. I feel like, oh, spoiler, Zan Cross. There's 3 after credit scenes. Zan Cross. One mid credit scene was, like I will say it again. You know how at the end of the Filmation He-Man, they always say some kind of special moral message? And at the end of the He-Man, guess who says the moral message? Orko! Yes, Orko shows up in the mid-credits and it's like saying a message. It's like, and what did we learn by that? Kids, don't do that. Like Orko shows up at the freaking end of the movie. And what's the moral of the lesson today, kids? You should never go back. Like Orko shows up at the freaking end. That's the first mid-credit scene. Motherfucking Orko shows up. The first mid-credit scene is Orko. The second mid-credit scene is fuck yeah, She-Ra. She-Ra is the second mid-credit scene. Yes, fucking She-Ra. Because then you see Captain DC70 said, exit Skeletor, enter Hordak. You see a scene, I wonder, because some people are like, is Sydney Sweeney going to be She-Ra? Because at the end, you see somebody come up to and I don't know if she's with Hordak's horde, because somebody comes up to her and you see it from the back, and they're like Force Captain Adora, and then she has the sword, and it starts changing her, and she's like, no, She-Ra. I'm like, holy fuck! They put She-Ra at the end of the second mid-credit sequence. Yes, she shows up like this, just like this picture. You see her from the back with the cape and the sword. I'm like, fuck yes, She-Ra. Yes. You see her with the cape. Somebody's like, Force Captain Adora? And then she's like, no, not anymore. And you see the sword, her sword, and the electricity goes up and it changes it. And you see She-Ra with the cape at the end. That's the second. But spoiler, the third after credit sequence, you see all of a sudden after credits, and the final after credits, after all the credits are gone, you see, spoiler alert, Skeletor's head on the floor. And you guess who starts walking in there? Evelyn. She grabs Skeletor's head. And I forgot what she says something at the end. I forgot the fuck she said. She grabs Skeletor, Evelyn in the final after credits. She grabs Skeletor's head from the floor. I forgot what the hell she says. I seen it twice. She says something in it, but then at the end, she says something to Skeletor's head at the end. But then when it's fade to black, black, you hear laughing like ha. So I'm like, I wonder what the hell gonna do. But she at the end she picks up Skeletor's Evelyn picks up Skeletor's head off the floor at the end, and then you hear laughter. Yes, so Evelyn, the beautiful Evelyn. Yes, at the very end, final after credit sequence. The final after credit sequence, Skeletor's head on the floor, and she picks his head up. I forgot what the hell she said. Then I saw it. I forgot she said something to the head, and then it's fade to black, and you hear laughter like So I'm like, what? I don't know what the fuck's that. But I'm like, damn it! It better not another skeleton, just like the Dolph Lundgren He-Man, another Skeletor after credits ending where this got to make money, man, because you can't leave it like that. You left it with 3 after credits. Orko, She-Ra, and a final after credits. Evelyn picks up Skeletor's head off the floor and shit. I forgot what the hell she said at the end to the. Damn, I remember what she. Damn it, I saw it twice, but I forgot what the hell she said when she picked up the head, Skeletor's head at the end. Yes, Zan Cross. I feel like exit Skeletor. And they've gotta bring Hordak because you ended it with She-Ra. Like, let me see something because even some people were posting the picture with She-Ra at the end. You said Hordak? You said Hordak. Hordak Palpatine is gonna execute Order 67. LOL. Let me see. There was a. Damn it, because somebody posted a picture. Ah, damn it. Somebody posted the screenshot of She-Ra. Oh, hold on a second. I'll just. Yeah, but it's so cool. You get to see the second mid credit sequence. You get to see She-Ra. The song. No, you know what? Nah, they don't have I Need a Hero. They played The Killers, I'm the Man. They played Queen, Princess of the Universe. They even played that song. Remember that song? I got the power. Oh, 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 oh. I got the power. Remember that song? I got the power. Oh, 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 oh. Bennett, 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 Bennett. I got the power. Remember that song? Let me see. They played the What's Going On when Beast was attacked. When Beastman came to Earth and was attacking a He-Man. They were like, hey, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And the end, I think Queen, the remaining members of Queen did a new He-Man song at the end. It was awesome. It was called Masters of the Universe. I think it was called Masters of the Universe at the end. I think the remaining members of Queen did a new Masters of the Universe song at the end. I'm trying to think what other song. Let me see. Yeah, but this I'm sorry, you're a fucking. You're capping hard. You get to see it's so awesome because at the end of this mid credits, you literally get to see She-Ra like this at the end with the sword. But I wonder, some people are saying, are they gonna cast Sydney Sweeney as She-Ra because you see her like this from the back, and you see her holding the sword with the costume, but it's like she's turned around, so you don't see her face completely, but you see her. You see her standing like this with the sword and somebody talking to her It's so funny. Wow, because I just realized, holy shit. I just realized something. The after credits literally looks like the back cover to this. Even that thing that's there, I don't know if there's a horde, that's in that. The literal, holy shit, the literal after credits is like the back cover to the fucking figure. She's standing there like that with the cape and the sword, and some I don't know, some armor person says something about to her, Force Captain Adora, and then she's like, you see her a sword, the electricity coming down the sword, and she's like, no, not anymore, like She-Ra. This is like literally the back cover of this figure is literally like the end. I mean, the after credits from the movie with that. I forgot what those things are. Zan said, "Why were the critics hating on this movie?" He said, Zan Cross said they better not cast Millie Alcock and shit. I don't know why people say that this figure looks like Millie Alcock. I think it's more like Taylor Swift. Yeah, but some people say it looks like Millie Alcock or something. Yeah, I think it looks a bit like Taylor Swift. Yeah. Somebody said Zan Cross 27 said they better not cast Millie Alcock as She-Ra. Like I said, the critics are full of shit. It's Captain DC 70 said, "All hail mighty Travis Knight." You know what? Honestly, after this, I'd rather have Travis Knight take over DC than Gunnar Hack Reeves. I'd rather have fucking Travis Knight take over DC. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Because he did what the Superman 2025 should have done. And he didn't Superman 2025 apologized for Superman and made him a beta bitch. What this did in a clever way, it modernized his origin. But I don't know what the stupid people talking about this movie apologizes. Because I think they were saying at the end, at the very end, like I said, at the very end of the movie, there was a complete Filmation homage, because at the very end of the movie, you see them in their classic costumes from the Filmation. So you see Nicholas Galatine, he has the Prince Adam pink type suit. It looks almost a little bit more like more like Kevin Smith Revolution, but Tila has the Tila costume from the Filmation, and there's a scene where they're homaging Filmation, because there's certain scenes in the Filmation where you see all the heroes standing there laughing like ha 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 ha. They were kind of paying homage to that and stuff, and but it was a homage. It was there was humor in it, but to me, it was better than the Filmation. Like I said, it wasn't there. It had the aesthetic, the color of the Filmation, but it was more serious in tone. There was humor in it, yes. Captain DC said, Lightyear Luthor is a John Cryer's Luthor look far superior than that garbage. And it's like somebody was like, "Oh, that Cornball Sweat's hair is longer," or like, are they trying to make him look like Henry Cavill in Men of Tomorrow? Like his hair is longer, so people were like, "Oh man, Cornball Sweat's hair is longer. He looks like Henry Cavill in these pictures with the longer hair," or whatever. But I'm sorry, the critics, go fuck yourself. This movie, I'll say, I don't give. Yes, for He-Man, this is a masterpiece, because I don't mean this in a bad way. Like anybody else, I think they would have fucked this movie up. This movie had no right to be as good as it does, because it has someone like Travis Knight that actually cares about source material, that actually loves the character, that just doesn't do lip service bullshit like Matt Reeves garbage or James bitch ass Gunn with that lip service bullshit that they accurate to the source material, but it's not. Like I said, the people harping on clownfish, retard, husband and wife TV, beta bit, it's not Filmation. They stuck in the Filmation bullshit. This is pays respect to Filmation, but yeah. In Filmation, He-Man didn't kill. He-Man is killing motherfuckers in this. Like, oh, did I tell you? And just like in the Revelation, Zan Cross, Captain DC, Moss Man gets killed. Exactly. Clownfish act like SJW hacks. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck darn damn about Scary Movie 6. That's a straight bootleg. I'm glad I saw this twice in a row in the theaters. I'm glad I paid for that. Like I don't like I said, this was worth theater admission. Escapism. That's what we call escapism. Just like Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman 89, Batman Returns, Justice League. Pure escapism. Not realism, Robert Pattinson bitchman garbage nonsense. Or bastardizations like Robert Pattinson Batman or Gunn Simperman shit. Exactly. Zancross 27 said critics hate on great movies but love Gunn's trash. Exactly. Zancross 27. Do you think Scary Movie 6 will be good? I mean, it'll probably be funny, but it's not going to be better than He-Man. I don't even need to. I don't even need to see Scary Movie 6 to know that He-Man Master Universe is on a whole nother level. We've seen 1,000 comedy spoofs, scary movies, Naked Guns. We see it's like same old. Yeah, Zancross 27. Like I said, he did a good balance. Travis Knight did a good balance of humor. I don't know what these idiots talking about. I'm trying to think. That was cool when he was like and there's this other girl that she's kind of cute. You know what? Oh shit! I'm trying to think. There's some other girl in the Master Universe movie. She's kind of cute. She reminded me of the character that was in Revelations, Andrea or something. I think her name is Dion, and it's like she was a girl like in that Adam grew up with an Eternia, and like I guess she used to bully him and push him in lockers, but then she's like part of the resistance or something in there. Some girl named Dion or something. I'm trying to think. Let me see. Mechaneck was awesome. It was cool. You got to see Mechaneck putting his neck and everything. The whole arc, I find it interesting. This was a little different. The whole Man at Arms arc was cool because like he felt guilty. Oh, that's something something else I forgot to mention. Oh, another person, not only just like in Revolutions, does Moss Man die? Oh man, I don't know. Bradley might not like this one. Shout out to Bradley. Zancross 27 said, "Who do you think should be casted as She-Ra?" I don't know, man. I don't know. I see a lot of people Zancross saying, oh my god, saying Sydney Sweeney. But I don't know what to think. What do you think? I'm not sure. That I usually would know automatically, but damn, I don't. Some people say Margot Robbie, but I don't know. Would that be like a Barbie She-Ra crossover? Damn, I don't know who the hell. Sydney Sweeney is hot. Damn, I don't know who the hell I would cast as She-Ra now. I wonder if they would cast Taylor Swift in this. Taylor Swift is doing the soundtrack to Toy Story 5. You heard that shit? Man, I don't even know who the hell. I can't think of who the hell. Usually I would. No, automatically, but right now I have no clue who cast as She. Maybe I don't know. Peyton List. Peyton List is hot. Peyton List. I don't know. Uh, damn. I don't. Yeah, I really don't know. But I'm sorry. This is like the in modern day. To me, this is one of the best He-Man movies. Is the most He-Man that ever did He-Man. Like like I said, and oh yeah, and like I was saying before, when the whole arc of Man at Arms was because he felt guilty because when he was protecting the castle got attacked, and Trapjaw put like a ticking time bomb on his chest and exploded and fucked Man at Arms up, and then Skeletor and Trapjaw, because of that, were able to take over Eternals. So then it's years later, and the guilt of that makes Man at Arms kind of become like a drunken and disheveled and stuff like that. So some people were mad, like they were like, why did they basically do a Jedi Luke Skywalker to Man at Arms or some shit? But but there's a redemption arc. Oh shit! Thank you, Zan Cross. That'd be a perfect. Yeah, Travis Knight. That'd be a perfect She-Ra. Yeah, get back for James Gunn's stupid ass not casting her as Supergirl. Oh yeah, Meg Donnelly. Hear that, Travis Knight? Meg Donnelly. Oh my gosh, she'll be so perfect. Thank you for bringing that. Meg Donnelly will be a fantastic She-Ra. Yep, I can see that. Meg Donnelly, that would be awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yes, they kind of, some people feel like they last Jedi Man at Arms because he felt guilt of letting Skeletor not being able to stop them from overtaking the Eternia. So then he becomes like kind of a drunken, like depressing person that was like low self-esteem and kind of gave up on life and always drinking like an alcoholic. But like I said, there's a redemption arc for Man at Arms, and he finds his Man at Arms costume, puts it back on. Oh, then at the end, shit, I mean, it looks like it, but you never know if you don't see the body, because after Trapjaw defeated him, then later near the end of the movie, he's fighting Trapjaw again, Man at Arms. But this time, Man at Arms fucks Trapjaw up and takes the ticking time bomb, opens Trapjaw's mouth, puts the bomb in it while he's in his flying transporter, and it looks like Trapjaw died because him and the whole ship exploded because he put the bomb. Man at Arms put the bomb in Trapjaw's mouth. So damn it, it seems like he died. You see the explosion, but you don't see the body. But maybe Trapjaw is dead. But Moss Man is definitely dead. He was a good guy. Trapjaw died. He-Man killed Goatman. Who else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, he killed Goatman. Oh, I forgot. Oh shit. Oh, I'm not sure. I think Spycore was just injured, but I think even he almost killed He-Man. Almost killed Spycore because I think, like, oh yeah, I think He-Man. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen it twice, but I'm sure. If I'm not mistaken, I think He-Man ripped Spycore's arms off and stabbed him with his own spikes, and then he spiked them together with another guy or some shit like that. No, but then I think he was just injured because later then you see Spycore, you're right, with like bandages over his head. But you know what's funny? I almost thought that was an allusion to the character Too Bad, because somehow Spycore, he spiked He-Man. Oh, I think He-Man does a part where like He-Man, he grabbed Spiker and was throwing him, and I think he spiked them together with another person, and it almost looked like Spiker spiked with this other person. It almost looked like it was too bad for a minute. Oh yeah, and I forgot in the final battle too, when He-Man went like full on Super Saiyan, freaking beating the shit out of Skeletor. Damn, there was a part where he like fucking Incredible Hulk Skeletor too. He was just grabbing Skeletor and was like, psh, psh. He was like, what the fuck, man? That shit was insane. Like, holy crap, man. He was like, take no prisoners. He's like, I'm not pulling my punches anymore. I still got my popcorn. Yeah, but this movie, like I said, this movie is worth paying for in the theaters, worth the price of admission. Oh, saw it in IMAX, and the IMAX, oh my God. The scope of the IMAX, it is so beautiful. You felt immersed in Eternia. And see, that's the point of movies and movie theaters. You want to escape into a world, and Masters of the Universe does that. It's escapist masterpiece fantasy. That's what a movie should be, not realism dog shit like Robert Pattinson ass man or Nolanized garbage. And then, oh my God, that's a different power sword. I thought it was something completely different, but that is beautiful. Wow, that is incredible. Let me see. We got fingers in here. Damn. I rate the movie 9.5, 10. I rate it 9.5, 10. It has awesome rewatch value. Loved it the first time. Loved it even better the second time. I rated it 9.5, 10. For a modern take on He-Man, that's the best, and the fact that it is done by a fanboy. Travis Knight is a fanboy, and I love that a lot of the actors, they grew up. Idris Elba, he grew up on and loved He-Man. The guy who played Fisto, he loved He-Man, and he actually brought his Fisto action figure that he had since he was a kid to the premiere. Morena Baccarin grew up on He-Man. It's like it's cool when you get so many people, and you had Travis Knight introducing. Travis Knight.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Julie. And I want to give a special thanks to the entire Amazon Engine family, led by his team, Mike Hopkins and Courtney Glenn.
Travis Knight.
Especially on
in the theater.
They did this movie every step of the way. They supported us every step of the way. We wouldn't be here without them. So thank you so much for all of that. Yes. And thank you guys. You guys
Good one, Mike.
Yeah.
Voluntarily left your homes. Put on proper clothes, I see. Great LA traffic to be here in Nashville Cinema. To watch a movie based on a 1980s toy line whose similar premise was basically Conan the Barbarian. Wow.
Oh my God, he actually said it. He said it.
I mean, it's a bullshit about like magic swords and magic sword faces and all that. You know what? That's enough. Because that, my friends, is culture. Yeah. I mean, yes, it was. The ancient Greeks had Homer, the Odyssey, the British Empire had Shakespeare. And we got He-Man.
So we got That's right. That's right.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Said fuck yeah. We got He-Man. Exactly. Zach Cross said, the Odyssey is cooked. Haha, sorry, Nolan. Your movie will flop because Masters of the Universe is better than your. Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck. Nolan's Odyssey. This is my Odyssey. Master of the Universe. Fuck Nolan's crap Odyssey. And like, I'm sorry, like, people complain about the race swap stuff. Like Odyssey race
It does introduce all the other actors, and that's where things pretty much blew up.
race that Odyssey and Supergirl will be worst movies of 2025. It's 2026. Yep. Exactly. Odyssey and Super Flop Girl. And it was cool to see Dolph Lundgren in this movie. It was a cool scene, like I said, with when Adam was in the gym, and then you see Dolph Lundgren in the gym, and Adam is like, "Oh, can you give me some advice?" He said, "Yeah, I'll give you some advice." He's like, "You always need friends. You always need backup." And he said, "Never do it on your own." And then he said something about, he's like, "Oh, man, maybe can you help me out? Can you give me more advice?" And then Dolph Lundgren in the movie, he's like, "No, but I'll tell you one thing. Good journey. Good journey." He tells, Dolph Lundgren says that to Nicholas Galitzine, is that the good journey. Just like from the He-Man movie, Good Journey. Oh, and there was people clapping. There was people clapping and cheering. Oh, I gotta tell you something. Oh my God. I'm sorry. What's her face? That's always in Christian Harloff show. Roxy Stryer. The bitch is so stupid. My God. If you don't know anything about He-Man, Roxy Stryer, why the fuck are you going to see this movie? She didn't know anything about He-Man, and she was shocked why people were hooting and hollering in the after credits. Roxy Stryer, you're that much stupid bitch. She didn't know why people were hooting and hollering for She-Ra at the end. She was like, "Who is this? Why am I bitch, why are you even at?" She didn't know why people were getting hyped for the after credits for She-Ra. She didn't know who that was. Like, Roxy, shut the fuck. Oh my gosh, she's an idiot. Yeah. You got them.
We also have the sources, the majestic.
She is. Sorry, she is.
We've got some bags as well. And we have a moment where the evil in evil. Gentlemen, the wicked and wickedly talented Allison Brie.
Allison Brie was hot. Love Evie Boleyn.
Yes, as far as I know, this movie is the first time that He-Man is graced silver screen.
Dolph
He
Lundgren.
was on screen once before.
Oh man, here he comes. To be honest with you, you'll see it. Oh, woo!
The legendary
Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, baby. There he is.
Dolph Lundgren.
Movie He-Man.
Just a way moment. Also, I just want to take a second to acknowledge Masters of my universe, my family, the nicest of this family, especially my wife, who somehow found the inner strength to support me while I spent years obsessing over a half-naked man who rides a giant green tiger and carries a sword the size of a big battle. Let me say it, please.
It was great seeing all these stars together. One thing you might notice is that Jared Leto was not there, which I think was a surprise for all of us. Don't know what happened. He wasn't at the premiere, which is a shame, because a lot of people do like his Skeletor was actually very, very good.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, Jared Leto Skeletor was fantastic.
After they left the screen. Okay.
You know what's funny?
And then we're gonna get to the show.
I forgot somebody did a review
This is nuts. Let's enjoy this, guys.
and people were getting butthurt because they said that Jared Leto's Skeletor was better than Hack Nolan's Joker and people were getting butthurt that the reviewer said that. And Captain D said herpes strier is a joke. Yeah, herpes strier is. How do you go? You don't even know anything about He-Man, yet you're going to see this movie. Let me see this. Zancross 27 said the woke critics can go watch their woke Odyssey. Yeah, Captain D. Captain DC 70 says Skeletor over Cucklander. Yeah, exactly. Ray Ticket said, laugh my ass off. Leto's Joker is also better than Nolan's. Exactly. Both. His Joker is better. Yup. Yeah, people were getting triggered because they're saying, oh, this Skeletor ranks way in the top of great movie villains, even better than Heath Ledger's Joker. Like, that's not hard. Leto's Joker is like whatever, and Joaquin Phoenix Joker is utter trash. But the Skeletor Cucklander. I wonder if they're gonna make a meme of that, like saying Skeletor saying "I'll suck your dick," because, like I said, there was a part at the end where he was about to start begging just because He-Man went so full force on Skeletor, like he was beating the shit out of it. He was going full Super Saiyan, like he was fucking. I'm like, holy shit, man! Like Ray Takai said, Heath Ledger's Joker is only better than Joaquin Phoenix and Hack Reeves. Exactly. Yeah, 100% facts. Yep. But I'm definitely glad. I'm definitely glad that Orko finally appeared. Orko appeared, and She-Ra after credits, 3 after credits. Orko first after credits, She-Ra second after credits. Then I don't know if you heard, Ray, did you hear me say the third after credits? I don't know if you heard me. That was spoiler for you. I didn't say the third after credits. I forgot to mention that Cringer, he was I'm glad. Yeah, Zancross said, yup, he's not yet. Zancross 27 said, I'm glad he's not a sympathetic villain. Exactly. Cringer is basically Cringer is in the beginning as a cub, and then he comes back. It's cool that Cringer actually talks. The only thing that's like I said, 9.5 out of 10. The only thing, but that's really like a nitpick, that he only becomes Battle Cat at the very end of the movie, because it's funny. I forgot to mention there's a battle. He's Cringer throughout the movie, but at the end of the movie, Tila and I think Adam are writing him as Cringer, because he's still they kind of bait and switch you with the trailer, because even though he's attacked, he's still cowardly Cringer in the movie. He's cowardly Cringer in the movie, and he almost didn't want. But it's funny because cowardly Cringer, he's still a little tough. Cowardly Cringer, he battles Beastman near the end. I forgot. Yeah, he battles Beastman because he starts talking. Cringer starts talking, and I think he starts getting scared, and he's like, "Oh man," he said, "Wouldn't it be nice if I had armor on or something?" It's like Cringer's talking. It's like, man, it's like it would be cool if I had some kind of armor. Cringer was saying that, but then at the end, when He-Man transforms at the very end of the movie, he transforms and takes Cringer with him and turns him to Battle Cat. Then you see Battle Cat mask at the end, but you did see Cringer attack Beastman as Cringer. Usually you never see Cringer, but he was kind of scared to fight, but they were telling him to fight, so it was like, okay, I'll do it. So then he's attacking Cringer. I mean, Cringer is attacking Beastman. He has a battle. Cringer has a battle with a Beastman and shit like that. So there's a Trapjaw. versus Man at Arm battle in the beginning and in the end, and then in the end there's a Cringer versus Cringer versus Beastman battle at the end. But yeah. Captain DC 70 said Cringer to braver enter battle. Yeah, I think I think he says something like, yeah, because when he gives him the name, I think Adam was like Cringer, and Cringer's like, oh, what if I wore some armor? Next time I want to wear armor. And then he says, Cringer, oh, he's like, you're my battle cat. He tells him that at the end or something like that. But then at the end, you see him with the full battle cat armor at the end, riding Battle Cat. That's when, after he's riding Battle Cat at the end, it's cool. They play the He-Man music. He-Man. Dun, dun, dun. That's so cool. You see him riding Battle Cat at the end, and you hear the music. He-Man. Dun, 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 dun. He-Man. And that's when the end credits, and then it goes to the mid-credits and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I give this 9 and 9.5 out of 10. Jared Leto's fantastic. Nicholas Galasine was awesome. Don't believe any of the bullshit that this is woke or whatever. It's actually pretty anti-woke. It's not. It actually, the moral of this movie is embrace your masculinity. Don't be ashamed of it. I think that's why the critics hated it, because they probably thought this movie was going to say reject your masculinity, and the message of moral of the movie is basically embrace your masculinity and shit. Don't be a soy bitch. So I think that's why the critics are mad at this movie and shit like that. Yeah, but I don't know, Ray, did you, because I don't want to, I don't know if you heard, did you hear me say what happens to Skeletor at the end, Ray? Because I don't know if you heard that spoiler at the end. But yeah, yeah. Ray Takei said cornball sweat messages embrace your beta-ness. Oh, you didn't hear what happens to Skeletor? Do you want me to say it, or you want? I want, because I said it before, but maybe you weren't here. I said it before. What happens to Skeletor? I'm trying to think. Did you hear me say, Ray, that they play that song in the movie? Remember that song? Ban it, I got the power. Oh, 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 oh. They played that song in it. I got the power. They play that song in it. That was hilarious. I got the power. Oh, 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 oh. But like I said, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of morons on YouTube with some Ray Takai said, LOL, awesome. There's a lot of morons on YouTube with some bullshit narrative that this is so. Like I said, Ray, the same stupid retards saying that oh, Guns Superman, it's exactly like Superman the animated series. What crack are you smoking? No, it's not. Guns Superman is nothing like the Superman in the animated series had fucking balls and wasn't a bitch like Cornball Sweat. They're trying to say, oh, but this is so much Filmation. It's nothing like the Filmation. The only thing Filmation of this movie is aesthetic. Visually, maybe the colors of the Filmation, but it's not like the Filmation. He-Man kills people in this movie. He-Man didn't kill anybody in Filmation. So no, it's not. Like I said, 2000X cartoon was darker, and I don't even think he killed anyone in that cartoon, and that was darker. He-Man straight up kills people in here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Ray Takai said they must have confused it with My Adventures with Soy Boy, man. Yeah, oh God, why that crap get another season? Yeah, and it's funny. Like I said, this there are certain elements from Kevin Smith's cartoon that happen in this movie. Like spoiler, there's a certain scene where Skeletor actually stabs Adam in the chest with the fucking sword. That happened in Kevin Smith's animated series. I forgot to mention spoiler. This pissed me off, but near the end, damn it, King Randor, He-Man's dad died. But that pissed me off because He-Man kind of accidentally, he wasn't killed his father because he was trying to use the sword at the end. I mean, near the end, so he was trying to use the sword power to attack Skeletor and make some boulders fall on top of Skeletor, but the boulders fell on top of King Randor instead, and he was like, "No!" That was kind of fucked up. Then he took the boulders off, and then he was like, "Oh, Dad, no!" He's like, and then King Randor was like, "My son, oh, I'm so proud of you." He was like, "Dad, no, I'll have to tell you I loved you." That part was emotional when it was until his father. You know what's funny, because that scene reminded me of an homage to, there was a Filmation episode. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think I could. Oh yeah, that episode that when the boulders fell on top of King Randor. I think I could have sworn, I could be wrong, but I think that was an homage to me, one of the best episodes of the Filmation. So there's two episodes of the Filmation that I think still hold up. A lot of the Filmation episodes are kind of like filler, but there are two episodes, and one episode is called The Problem with Power. And in that episode in the Filmation, Skeletor, he makes He-Man think that he killed somebody. I forgot if it was something, he dropped something on him, or it might have been a boulders. So Skeletor made He-Man think that he killed an innocent person. So then because of that, in The Problem with Power, He-Man feels guilty, and he takes his sword and he turns himself back to Adam, and he's like, "Let the power return." And he feels guilty, and he throws his sword into the abyss because he feels guilty for taking a life. And I wonder if that's where he got that from, like accidentally he's trying to attack Skeletor, but the boulders fall on King Randor and shit like that, and his father dies and stuff. But that was kind of emotional. So at the end is only Queen Marlena. But then too, when they show the second credit with She-Ra, first they show Man at Arms talking to Queen Marlena, and then he said, "Were the betas triggered?" Rita Takai, were the betas triggered that He-Man killed? I said I'm wondering. They probably will be, because, like I said, Goatman. That's another one. Goatman. He-Man kills Goatman because he has these antlers, these horn antlers, and He-Man, man, at the end, he took Goatman's fucking antlers. Oh man, he took him as a weapon. He fucking stabbed it in his fucking. I'm like, oh shit. He stabbed it right through his fucking thing. And I think this one, I saw it twice, but I'm still not sure. I think at the end he ended up, I think he killed Karg, because Karg from the 1987 Dolph Lundgren movie, Karg was in this, and there's a part where you see him fucking stab Karg right through the fucking wall, and Karg is stuck on. But I'm trying to, because I couldn't tell if he was dead or he was just like stuck to the wall, still trying to move with the sword in him, or he just dead. But I think he killed Karg too, because I know he stuck the sword on him, and he was stuck the sword, and then Karg was stuck to the wall with the sword, and it fucking stuck. So I think he killed Karg, but I'm pretty 100% sure he killed Goatman by grabbing the fucking antlers and fucking stabbing him up. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, so Goatman. And them damn spoiler, damn it, Skeletor killed Moss Man. Oh, rest in peace, Moss Man. Damn it, we hardly knew ye. But and Master Universe Revolution, Kevin Smith, he killed Moss Man too. So that's another similarity to the Kevin Smith, both Kevin Smith cartoon and this movie killed Moss Man. Let's see. Yeah, but again, I don't give a fuck for He-Man. I don't give a fuck. This is a masterpiece. This is better than snooze-worthy fucking Odyssey crap. And you got D.A. Derek fucking talking about, the dialogue. Shut up about the dialogue. I'm not expecting He-Man to be Oscar-worthy written dialogue. Shut up. The movie was 100% good time and was awesome and was what a He-Man movie should be. And like I said, I was saying, Ray, and just like I said, this didn't feel like Filmation. It felt visually like Filmation, but it felt nothing like film, just visually and the aesthetic. It felt more like 2000X and Master of the Universe Revelation. And I was saying earlier, you know how I'm right? Because it's funny, they invited the creators of 2000X and Revolution and Revelation to the Motu premiere movie. And it's funny, the creator of 2000X, he was on a live last night, and they asked him what he thought about the movie. And Mike Young, who created 2000X, he said, 2 thumbs up. This is going to be a fucking blockbuster. The creator of 2002 He-Man saw the movie and gave it 2 thumbs up. So that's what I'm saying. To me, it felt like 2000X. It didn't feel like Filmation. I don't know what the fuck people, clownfish, retard TV. It didn't feel like no Filmation. It felt like 2000X and Revolution and Revelation. What you said, Captain DC70 said, like I said, Old Man Anderson should retire. Hello, who's Old Man Anderson? Who's that? Zach Cross said, the beta critics need to just quit reviewing movies. Exactly. Come on, they're so full, and a lot of these stupid critics, they don't even know shit about He-Man. So why should I give a fuck about? It's like these critics are retarded. You don't know anything about the source material. I'm supposed to give a fuck about your review? Fuck out of my face. You don't know nothing about Batman and Superman. And you said, why should I give a fuck about your review if you don't know anything about the characters? Oh, yeah. Like I said, Old Man Anderson, D.A. Anderson should retire. Yeah, my God. D.A. Anderson, motherfucker. Like, goodness gracious, my God. He's like an old man yelling at the wind about every fucking thing. Like, ridiculous. This was the first movie in 2026 that is worthy of multiple repeat viewings. When seeing this movie, I felt like I did watching Man of Steel, felt like I did watching Batman vs. Superman, like I did watching Justice League and Flash. This movie's fucking awesome. Yeah. Let me see. Zan Cross 27, the anti-woke critics always be hating on good movies like Masters of the Universe. They are bad as the woke critics. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. And the action in here is top. Like I said, you really get to see He-Man's full-on power. That's what I'm saying. That's a difference between Super Flop 2025 and this. They're not afraid to show He-Man go full-on super strength and fuck a motherfucker up. Like I said, the only thing at the end is like at the end, because he's turning into He-Man, but is only at the end when he really calls himself He-Man, because there's a joke that he always nicknamed all the characters as kids. He's like, oh, I call you Ram Man, I call you Mechaneck, I call you Fisto because you fist stuff. And he's like, I don't fist stuff. But then later at the end, and Tila was like, what nickname did you have for me? And he was like, Warrior Goddess. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I was like 10. You can't take me serious. But then it said word goddess. But I'm trying to think at the end. Yeah, but it was a fantastic, fun movie. I hope they put that on physical media. I would buy that movie on physical media. That movie was freaking awesome. And Camila Mendez is fucking hot. She's gorgeous. And it's cool that you get to see Tila. You get to see young Tila and young Prince Adam when they're younger have a crush on each other. That's pretty cool too. But it's funny too. Oh, in the beginning of the movie, like it starts out, you see like the world, and I think you see what looks to me like, I don't know, if like a CG render of King Grayskull, showing that he originally had the sword in the beginning or something. That he's telling, the story of how he got the sword and how he got to Earth. And then you see Prince Adam, he's in a restaurant, and he's telling this story to a girl on her cell phone, and she's like, "What? You were landed on Earth and you had the sword?" And she's like, "Are you crazy?" She's like on her cell phone, and then he's like, "Yeah, I got the sword and I was living in Oklahoma." And then the girl on the date, she looks at him like, "Okay, rain check, I'm out." Because, like I said, to me, this movie, basically the lesson in this movie is to embrace your masculinity, not to be embarrassed about it. I'm sorry, to me, it mocks the soy boy shit. It doesn't. It mocks it. It makes fun of the soy boy shit in the HR department. But like, let me see. Oh, yeah, exactly. Zan Cross 27 OnlyFans model. Yeah, that girl, was she really? Because she looked like an OnlyFans model. Zan Cross 20, because she was telling him or something. Something about going on dates on Hinge or something, But is it Hinge for gay people? OnlyFans models in Master Universe. Exactly. But you know what's something funny? Because then something that also reminded me of a little bit the 87 movie, that roommate dude that's a Timu Ned. You remember like Detective Lubick, the detective that he ended up wanting to stay on Eternia at the end, because he's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna stay here. Good, great woman, nice seat, like some kind of retirement plan." And then the Timu Ned, they end up bringing him to Eternia. Then he's like, "What the fuck?" He said, "So this is real? So you're not crazy?" So the Timu Ned at the end ends up going on Eternia or some shit like that. But like I said, they put a new Queen song at the end called "Masters of the Universe," and Daniel Pemberton, the Queen song "Princes of the Universe" from Highlanders in this movie too. There's a whole scene where they're playing "Princes of the Universe" for a while. Princes of the Universe, I am immortal. I'm the son of kings. Yeah, there's a whole battle scene where they're playing it. I forgot there's a joke that Skeletor says. Damn it, I forgot. He says something. But it said butt worm, and then Man at Arms is like, "Butt worm. You called me a butt worm?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" Let me see. Zan Cross 2027, Spider-Man brand new trash. Might as well back it up. I don't know. That movie is like, I think people are only gonna see that because the Hulk and the Punisher. Let me see. OnlyFans models. Yeah, but I'll say that again. Masters of the Universe. Glad I saw it twice in one day. Got the AMC lenticular cup. I love how Jared Leto Skeletor moves, and Nicholas Galitzine the sword lenticular cup in the Castle Grayskull, and the drawbridge opens up. That's kind of awesome. Right from the movie Castle Grayskull. It says the battle for Eternia. It goes saying Masters of the Universe, then it says the battle for Eternia. Let me see. That's so freaking cool. The Skeletor. He said, Jared Leto said, I am the villain. He said, Boob, you fool. He said, you think there's good in me? No, I am the villain. And it feels so good. Yeah, exactly. Not a sympathetic bitch villain, the actual real villain is. But again, Master Universe, it deserves the money. It is escapist, pure, awesome fantasy. 100%. I would say shout out to Bradley, shout out to A Vision, shout out to Metalhead Mike, shout out to Leroy, to Zan Cross, Ray, to Reggie, all the Motu fans, all the true DC fans. Like I said, Jihad Valentine, Fragging Time Human. This movie is worth seeing. Make this movie. We gotta make this movie get a lot of money. Make this movie because, like I said, Scary Movie 6. That's worth the bootleg. This is worth actually going to the movie theaters for. This is what movie theaters were made for. Ginormous escapist fantasy. Not corny ass dramas, but Robert Garbage Pattinson and primetime garbage and Zendaya. The movies were not made for indie crap. Movies were made for spectacle like this. That's worth the price of admission, not some indie drama crap. Oh yeah, Captain DC. Captain DC's 70 said Faker for He-Man 2. Oh, yeah, that would be awesome to see Faker. I wonder, because it seemed like Trap Joe was dead. I wonder if because you see explosion, but you never really see his body. So, but I wonder. But oh man, Skeletor, he got to come back. That can't be the end. But like I said, that was cool. That was cool at the end when oh my gosh, when Skeletor stabs He-Man, and then it goes into some trippy Freddy Krueger type shit, like Prince Adam is in different. He's like almost like in different areas. You see him at the gym. He was in the beginning with Dolph Lundgren, and then all of a sudden you see him at the gym. Then you see Skeletor repping weights, like, you pathetic mongrel. What are you doing? And then he goes into another area, where Adam is in the HR office, and then you see Skeletor with a suit, with a purple suit and tie in a Starbucks, and he's like, he's like Skeletor. He's in an office, and he doesn't understand what the fuck this office. Like, office, what even is this? And then Adam is like, HR, human resources, pathetic. It's like, what even is this? That's like, oh man, Jared Leto was badass. He was hilarious. Frank Langella and Jared Leto were amazing Skeletors. Let's see, keeping it real. This is 100% popcorn masterpiece. Again, fuck the haters. Don't let them dissuade you. This movie is awesome. And like I said, to me, it owes more to the 2000X and Revolutions and Revelation, because the only thing that it has of Filmation is the aesthetic and the visual, but it's way darker. Like I said, He-Man kills people. He-Man didn't kill anyone in the Filmation series. Like I said, I don't even think he killed in the 2002 series, but the 2002 series was more darker and brutal. But I don't even think in that he killed. But In this movie, He-Man kills. Suck it, haters. Are you gonna cry like Henry, like saying Henry Cavill Superman doesn't kill? He-Man shouldn't kill. It should be a filmation G-rated corny shit. No, it's not. He-Man stabs Goatman with his own fucking horns in his fucking chin. So Ray said, "Don't listen to the soy boy haters who ride Simperman and Betaman." Exactly. If anything, I almost feel like this is a response to Gun Simper Bitch Man and Betaman, because this is how you do it. This is, like I said, this is exactly what Superman 2025 should have been. Not the shit that Gun trash. I mean, and don't even get me started. Matt Reeves' Garbage Man is not even on this movie's level. Not even the scope of this movie. Matt Reeves' Beta Man, it doesn't even compare. The level of scope in this movie dwarfs anything Patterson Beta Man garbage. This is pure cinema, pure escapism. And again, you guys rock. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Bradley. Shout out to Clement. Shout out to Vision. True D out. Movie fantastic. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Zan Cross said the director. Zan Cross said the director of Masters of the Universe should make a Scooby-Doo movie. Oh, they're making the new Scooby-Doo series. Zan. Let me see. Captain DC said True DC and Motu out, guys. Yep. Definitely Ray and Captain. See this movie. Definitely. We need the sequel. She-Ra, Orko. We need that sequel. The after credits with She-Ra and Orko is amazing. True DC out, bros. DC for life.